Welcome back to episode 5011 of Odin Sphere. My name
and
is
I am
Kaz.
Kiwi, and you sound very clear, Kaz. Very clear.
Oh.
Like
Do
the
I?
clear
What do
brook
you
that
want?
runs through my house.
I'm not afraid of you.
Wait,
As long as I am
should
here,
probably stop the
I
clear
will not
brook that-
allow
that
Lady
runs through my
Gwendolyn to be
house.
used. If you mock my position as her caretaker, I'll make you pay. I may look like this, but I'm stronger than I look.
Strong enough to make feckless threats at a Shadow Knight.
Oh, what a coincidence. I met you on the mountain. I stopped by to see Mira since I was worried about her.
Oh, come on. We don't
We
need
know
any
why
excuses
you're
to have a
here,
shopkeeper here.
You're here to make money. I don't blame you, though. I am a Shadow Knight, and I'm very rich.
Hey, he's got this castle. He's an important man. He has a tower.
I got the Sleeping Beauty. And what?
Well, today's mission takes us to Titania for reasons we're about to learn.
Tatanya.
Tatania.
She won't wake up, no matter how long you stare at her.
I know.
What if I monologue
It
at her?
must be this spell.
Yes, but if you kiss...
Oh? So that's how to wake her.
Please, you mustn't. Princess Gwendolyn disobeyed the king's orders in order to save someone very important to us. Thus, she was punished. Regardless of her own mind, her fate is to fall in love with a total stranger. But that is too cruel.
Well, only if
Indeed,
that stranger's
it
a
is.
dick.
Huh? You won't kiss her? But didn't you come to take Princess Gwendolyn away?
I would like her to love me. But not in this way. People are not objects. Still, it breaks my heart to see her like this. I must find another way to break Odin's spell.
You are too...
Looks like I'm not too late. Move, coward!
The fuck?
Zip bang!
Wizard!
Gwendolyn!
Tell Odin.
First fingers out, Kaz.
And Titania have his daughter.
Wait!
He can teleport, but then he chooses to fly away
Ooh.
and rub it in his face.
Well, at that time he had Gwendolyn in tow, so he had to do the flying,
Ugh.
the hover. He had her in Tensor's floating disc.
You know what? I really, really, really wish that he would have taken that table and throw it at the wizard. It's just been like, BAM!
Well, unfortunately, at that moment, Oswald did not have the Belder Reaver on him and could not defend himself from the wizard.
I wasn't talking about the Belder Reaver. Is the Belder Reaver in the table, Kaz?
Well, no, I'm just saying that after he got
Oh.
hit from the wizard spell, he didn't have any way to recover.
I love when those things crack open. They're so cute, and so I love the noise, and it's gross.
I like when they die and then go away forever, because they are annoying.
They are annoying because you have to go find them.
They're annoying because they shoot little pea shots that can dizzy you. And they dizzy you and you're dizzied, and then you get poisoned by the goblins, and then the wizard casts a deadly spell at you.
And then, like, 10
Like
wizards
Odin.
come out in the next respawn. And you're...
Cast a deadly spell.
So, I want to know something, Kaz. How many tries... Were there any particularly hard, what is it called? Hard, like, levels in this place? Like, for Oswald.
Titania? For Oswald? Oh, not really. And we're seeing part of the reason why right here.
Wow,
If you Hulk out, you can just smash through the oozes.
he bulldozed them.
So they got nothing. Whereas Cornelius went here and it was like, oh no, I didn't bring my alchemy with me, how do I kill an ooze? Oswald is just like, oh, well, time for me to kill all of you. Rah, rah, rah.
Rah rah rah. Sispim
What I will say, though, is that there indeed was a hard level, and I think we're looking at it right here. Because it has enough wizards to be difficult, but not so many that they step on each other.
I like...
See, when you get 2 wizards, this is like a related race problem. If you get 2 wizards, then they do their sword thing often enough that you can, like, sort of get one of them, but they don't do it so often that they get each other with it. So if you have, like, 3, 4, or 5 wizards sometimes, there are so many of them that they kill each other because of so many swords flying.
Yeah, it's because of, you know, collateral damage.
See, that time I thought I could just smash them a bunch, and I paid for it bad.
Ah, wizards. Kaz, I have another question. I know I'm full of questions, but that's only because of all I haven't recorded with you. So, but... I want to know... which character is probably the hardest? I always thought Cornelius was the hardest. But I don't know. In the beginning,
really the only problem I ever had with Cornelius.
When it got
Really the only problem I had with Cornelius was the fact that he couldn't deal with oozes on his own. And he needed to use iron. But I think honestly the hardest character to play is Velvet, and we haven't seen her yet, and I'll remind me again when we do get into Velvet's story, and I'll explain why I think she's more difficult than the others, especially on hard mode.
I'll remind you.
But when on my first playthrough that I ever did, and on normal mode, I thought Gwendolyn was actually the most difficult one to use, because she was, you know, she was heavy. Her combos had weird, like,
I'll be
spacing,
honest with you.
timing in them.
My shop has better wares than those on the main streets.
Is this true, Kaz?
Whereas, you know, this guy, as far as I think so. No, he does have the same text though as this other guy who actually does have like reduced prices. These are all full price for everything. Oh yeah, the anti-frog talisman thing. Ugh.
Do you need anti-frog talisman?
That thing... No.
I kinda did.
Because whenever... The thing is, the frog is like a death sentence. If they hit you with the frog, every time that someone has hit me with the frog, I've immediately died. And I didn't even, like, see what it was that killed me. It was just like, oh, you're a frog, now you die.
Surprise!
So it may as well have been, like, death. So I just learned to avoid anything that turns you into a frog. It's never really been an issue since. Just prioritize that really heavily.
Surprise frog time!
Gross! Oswald's combo making him jump up like that.
Seriously, someone needs to talk to these players. Why was that a good idea? I think it was because they're like, this looks pretty, and he's a man, and he needs to jump around a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a man, Kaz. Do you need to jump around a lot when you attack, like, the third time? Do you need to punch someone, give them a haymaker, and then jump over their head? I mean, it's nice and all, but...
Okay, well, I will say that when I'm wielding a broadsword or claymore, my finishing blow is usually the mighty overhead, please poke me in the belly if you possibly can, chop
so it's the
crushes the rider and horse in the same blow.
So it's the mock shot. Mock you. I see. Well, that makes sense, I guess.
It's the Matthew McConaughey circa Dragon War. Wait, what was that movie actually called? Reign of Fire. Yeah.
Oh my god, I only remember the end of that movie and he's just like and jumping.
Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey in a contest of shirtlessness.
Hey, look, if you want to go shirtless, you just gotta do it right. You just go shirtless.
More important than the overhead chop and crushing blow, though, is going hoo-ah as you do it. battle cry is very important. It is the last thing your enemies will ever hear, so they should be terrified in that moment.
I know I would. And it looks like the enemy hasn't tried to spawn.
Well, we haven't gotten to a mini-boss yet. Ah! This, I think, is where we get to see too many wizards spoiling the souffle. Although, these are the lesser wizards, and so not very difficult to deal with.
Are the more, like, skilled wizards easier to deal with in groups? Yes. But, you know, if there's Sukunai, if there isn't a lot of them, there's a problem. Your problem is you have a wizard infestation. You know, I kinda don't, I mean, I half wish for this, but I also half don't. But if magic did exist, Kaz, and you had a wizard infestation in your town, like, how would you deal with that? Like, would you, like, try to set a private enterprise to, like, deal with it? And, like, what would you do?
Well, clearly the only solution is to also learn to wield magic. Either that, or find the one thing that magic cannot affect, and you coat yourself in it.
Like lasers.
Well, I don't know. There's always something.
I know.
The anti-magic field, the dispel potion, sovereign blue, the universal solvent.
Universal solvent.
Solution to all of life's little problems.
Universal solvent. Yes, well,
Wizard infestation, though. I don't.
No, it's kind of like how the triples are in Star
kind of a
Trek.
wizard.
Like, you know, Worf was like, yeah, the Klingons had a battle with the triples. We had a battle with the triples. Do you know how manly that is? Like,
Battle of the Triple.
yeah, it's like, it's really manly. Because think about it, guys are like, oh, it's just cute little fuzzy things eating at ships. This isn't really Klingons. These are like people that eat worms and do all sorts of crazy crap. And yeah, the Battle of the Triples. Just think of like Worf with his like huge knife trying to go after these damn triples, or like a flamethrower, and then screaming because it's like he could die. These triples will eat everything. Anyways, back to magic.
I don't know where that came from, but yeah. As a wielder of magic, I have to say that it's not all that bad. Like in current real life. So I don't think there's any imminent threat of a wizard apocalypse.
I'm glad.
Although it could be a topic for a horror movie. A wizard apocalypse rather than a zombie apocalypse, as is more popular. And indeed, I would be more pleased to see that as the premise of a movie than zombie apocalypse. Because I think zombie apocalypse is, one, overdone, and two, denigrates zombie rights, which I'm a big promoter of.
So unrelated, well, kind of related. So there's a theory going around in like conspiracy theory, like genre people.
Ooh, here we go. Lots of wizards.
Oh
we get to
God,
see them
yeah.
spoiling everything. But
God, look how bastardly they are. They split up into 3 groups. Oh, I hate it when they teleport.
here it comes.
Look at that. Look at this.
There's so many of them that a lot more of them use the swords at any given time.
That's so cool.
One of their fireballs, to finish them off, one of their fireballs hit one of their other swords and knocked it into the other guy. Like, right at the
Yeah, I
second.
saw it, and it was just like, yes!
But now I'm reduced to fighting one wizard, so I'm like, screw that, I'm not waiting for your swords. I'll just do the little hits, whatever I can.
But it's nice that he did give you the sword to hit him in the groin and then kill him.
Finishing blow, now we wait for his other sword to disappear, then the next wave comes.
Oh my god, so...
Okay, so conspiracy about wizards?
it's not like...
I didn't catch the what
It's
about.
mostly like a conspiracy about paranormal things and trickery. So everything can be explained by fairies, cats. Being called Colin, my friend Colin, is like a great number of it older, probably around like 32. He was like, yeah, definitely. Everything could be explained by like fairies, fae magic, everything. Because fairies had existed all along, you know, time's course. They've been documented in history and stuff like that. So it gets into this weird conspiratorial thing, but I think...
Well, the documentation has been roundly debunked in many ways.
But, I mean, it would have been fun, because then it would explain gray aliens. And that would make me feel a little bit better about them. By the way, I am very, very, very terrified at gray aliens. Terrified.
Oh, that's right. I never showed you.
Oh no, please don't.
No, this is it's a good.
See?
You know what? We'll get back to that.
See, I already am terrified just by talking. Oh no, poison.
Yeah, I got poisoned by his poison gas. He made the magic fart gas happen, and then I got poisoned. Poison, no matter what level you are, is dangerous because it takes the hundreds place of your life every tick, or whatever. I think it's seconds, but I don't know if it's 1 second exactly. Anyway, yeah, so since I have 793, it takes 7 per tick.
My goodness. My goodness. How did you figure that out, Cass?
Just observing, I guess.
What was that blue thing? Was he trying to turn you into a frog?
That was a... No, that was not the frog. The frog field looks green and makes a little noise. That was him healing himself. If he had stayed in that, he would have gained life.
Wow. It's too bad that that doesn't have like a spam effect. Like it heals you and the wizard. That would be more fair.
That would be something.
Because...
1 point for time.
Wow. Because... Alright, Kaz, I'm patting you on the shoulder. Please, don't worry about it. Looks like you're... yeah.
Well, we're finally going after the
Big fat
Actonite,
pollies! Yeah! I miss them so much.
At this point, I have about the right amount of power to deal with these guys. Unfortunately, their butt bounce is way too fast for me to dodge, even if I know it's coming. So it like at the beginning of my hit, he can start his jump, and then before my cooldown is over, he will be stomping on me. That's the kind of timing I'm dealing with. So you have to be tough, and you have to take some butt bounces. And more importantly, you have to be able to knock him back like this, which is why I say I'm at the right power level for this. I was really hoping that would kill him, but it at least knocked him down. And he chops me a little bit. That's fine. That is not the dangerous part. It's the butt bounce that is dangerous.
He cut ya.
I had enough damage to keep him pretty much stunned, or at least every now and again. And if you don't, if you cannot, like, do the 1, 2, 3 and have him reel a little bit, you are in serious trouble.
Thanks.
And it's also an argument for getting more health for yourself, because the amount of damage enemies deal compared to your, like, HP max is part of the formula for how it determines knockback or knockdown. So you'll get stunned less if you eat more. Yeah, I'll just say that. Get huge. Eat.
Get chuffed to get chuffed. Chuff.
Really glad that last hit took him out. I would not have wanted to spend my last bit of power to have him recover and then summon fire and swords and oozes all over me.
Looks like you were...
And there from like the last ring, I finally get the map so I can see where the heck everything is. Although Titania doesn't ever change, and most areas do not. It's only the Netherworld that changes. Like they said in that one line, with a wave of her hand, Odette can change the layout.
I've got some medicine that'll do the trick. I'll give you a discount.
Yeah, that's what the guy said behind the Super H Mart.
Behind the
Behind the H Mart.
I do want a large bag.
You do want a large bag.
Wait.
But do you have enough money?
I don't remember if I have all of them at this point. I do actually have all of them at this point. There's the 6.
So you're just gonna be a rich bastard, is what you're telling me.
A ton of Napple seeds.
You are rich bastarding everything. Oh my gosh, look at that lamb that looks so delicious.
Tasty lamb on a cartoon bone.
Oh my god, lamb on a cartoon bone. Delicious. By the way,
That grilled lamb is a pretty good recipe because you only need lamb as an ingredient and an aerial coin, and then you can take it with you. And you can drink yogurt before eating it to increase the experience that you get from it. Hey, you! You were beholding. Anyway, this is
so
me quaffing an unlimited power before
broken, sir. It's broken.
before getting after me, and you can see that the POW gauge is actually going down through the unlimited power. That's just how sick the shadow form is. Anyway, with that all accomplished,
My god! Oh, you missed that treasure chest.
it was probably
You
junk.
wanted it.
Nothing I can't buy. I did want it, but you can't get everything.
Boss.
Yeah, now for the actual hard part, getting back to your initial question.
Oh, here.
I have been searching for you, sorcerer.
The Belder River. I saw it at Odin's castle. You must be Oswald, the user of the Belder River that Beldor told me about. To create a sword that can corrupt the world's fate.
Where is Gwendolyn? Answer me, or I'll kill you with the very blade you fear.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Come to think of it, I did tell her father the secret of the jewels. He opened the path to the netherworld, yet he still plotted against us. 'Tis shocking that we failed to notice his deception. Only a man with no fear dares to outwit a wise man. I won't forget his guile. Belder Reaver Handler, let me ask you, do you know the significance of the jewels?
Stop stalling. Answer me!
Can't stop it
Phozons
now.
form when life ends.
He cast the
New
monologue
lives
spell.
cannot be
Spell has been
born
cast.
unless the Phozons return to
Last
the earth.
30 minutes.
The jewels are crystals formed from the essence of life. They feed on death. But 'tis too late. As the prophecies say, the death of the world cannot be avoided. We have but one goal. We will fulfill the prophecies and find the two kings to rule afterward.
This is definitely
We
like
will
the second
cause
coming
a
of
vicious cycle of disorder and set the stage for them.
Do you say you mean to destroy the world? You are mad.
You cannot understand. My comrade Urza met an untimely death. He devoted his life to the prophecies. But he will not see them. If I can destroy Odin, then I would gladly doom my soul to whatever evil awaits me. Even if it means using that innocent girl's life.
I won't allow it.
Calm down, my boy. Beldor told me everything about you.
Including your blood.
I've invited your family here for a little reunion. Enjoy yourself.
They turned into bears! Oh my god,
Yeah.
he's werebear.
That was no idle threat either. He actually does bring revenants into the fight here. That mini boss that I said was really hard for Oswald to deal with. Yeah, he just sort of makes them happen.
Oh my
And
god!
they block for him.
Why did I not
Like
remember this?
Pro football players.
I thought he had like a dragon or something.
No, he does not have a direction. Scoldy, the sorcerer, lacks a direction. Anyway, this is me quaffing painkiller and unlimited powers because the thread had asked me to drink a painkiller.
Thank you, but you are also pinned between two bears and lag. Oh my god, the lag!
Well, it's because he had the little bubble guys everywhere, and, you know,
throw a thing.
the fuzzy revenants are also
Oh my gosh,
there.
I have such a good idea. Can you actually throw a bone at the wizard and stun him?
Pretty sure not, because if anything except one of the swords hits them, they immediately teleport away and they take the damage.
So wait, why is this his family, Kaz? I don't understand.
Oh, like, well, that element got introduced a long time ago in Oswald's story. I don't hold it against you for forgetting. All of the revenants are former wielders of the belt ring.
Ah, yes.
Their souls got corrupted, and then they turned into these big old, spooky, fuzzy ghost bears.
Ghost bears. Yeah, I just definitely did not catch that at all.
Hence family. It's a single line. It's not. I don't know. It's the kind of thing that I pay attention to because I'm really into video game stories, or any video games that bother to have them. Sooner or later, I figure out that you really shouldn't go after the fuzzy bears at all.
You should just napalm the shit out of him.
That was more to clear away the bubbles. And that is part of the reason right there. Why you should not go after the revenants. Because Scoldy can just full heal him. Like a nerd.
Like a wizard.
They also have a ton of health. Like more than their other usual amount. He really likes his ice bubbles. Wisps. I don't know what they're properly called. I call them bubbles.
I would call them ice spirits.
That's probably the most correct thing. Oh, he got in the way again!
It's like being cock-blocked by bears, Kaz. Very dark, fuzzy, scary bears. God, they're so scary!
The thing is, none of this stuff... I mean, sure, I have lots of healing items, but none of this stuff deals quite enough damage to Oswald to really put me in danger. So the fight isn't difficult, it's just long. That's the frog stuff, by the way.
Oh no! Stay away from that, like the plague.
I'm not in any hurry to show off what happens to you if you get metamorphosed into a frog.
This is good. I agree with this, and... Oh man, so is he gonna start healing himself soon? Because you haven't been hitting him very much.
Well, he doesn't heal it. Well, actually, he does kind of heal himself, doesn't he? I don't remember. I sure hope not. Okay, make some swords. Come on, Scoldy. Ooh, the sword. And now the revenants.
Dicks! Giant dicks!
Like, what about all of those times when I was fighting them as mini-bosses, and it took them like a minute to spawn and they just weren't around? How about one of those again?
No, you
Wouldn't
won't
that
be
be
getting any of
nice?
that. You will have to go through all of your food and barely survive through this. That's not what you did, though, right? You got through this, right? Yes.
All of my food? Well, I don't know. I have a lot of food available to me, you understand.
Well, you did sell off all those damn napkins.
Well, those would have taken longer to eat than I really wanted. Let's see. The only merciful part of all of this is that Scoldy himself does not have all that much health. So if you get... Yeah. If you get a good burst in... gone.
Oswald, wait. The girl is not here.
Where is she? Tell me.
She's in the Fire Kingdom. She is with Onyx, the Inferno King.
Why there?
Let me tell you. Odin decided that the Inferno King would be the girl's fiancé. Odin is constantly leading people astray with his ever-changing
Rebound his
words.
monologue spell.
But in order to draw the Inferno King into our realm, the girl was used as bait. Odin is cruel enough to use a spell to force his child to love whoever he chooses. Her heart may already belong to Onyx.
No.
There, I have told you everything. Spare my life. You fool.
You called her bait.
Huh?
You must have mistaken me for a better man. I cannot allow someone as evil as you to continue to live. You have
And he jumps off.
absolutely no idea how it feels to be used.